Fall. It's my favorite time of the year. The cool breeze cutting through the summer air, the smell of campfire permeating up into your nose, and cascading colorful leaves covering the streets and sidewalks. Fall must be enjoyed at all costs.
I'm trying.
Well, try harder! You go on longer walks, you call in sick from work so you can sip coffee on your porch, and when the sun sets earlier in the day, you come inside and you enjoy a nice video game. Every fall, I have 3 video game needs. I need a fall-themed game to get me in the seasonal mood, I need a spooky game to give me the heebie-jeebies, and I need a cozy game to feel all warm and gooey inside. So today on Blurbs, let's look at the games that I'm playing this fall. At the beginning of every fall, when it's still warm outside and the decorations haven't quite been put up yet, I often search for a game that will immerse me within the vibes of the season. This year, that game was Night in the Woods, a game so drenched in fall atmosphere that it must be wrung clean and hung from the clotheslines that adorn its streets. Cat games are all the rage this year, but this cat is just like me. He has depression. And the town of Possum Springs provides a warm nostalgia found in few other games. The orange, yellow, and red color palette adorn every street as you hop down its angular roads and look through its overcast skies. Leaves flutter up as you step over them and rain trickles off of every roof. All of this matched by a story of grappling with young adulthood and finding yourself in times of strife really does work to set you in line with the season. It's all made me feel a longing that I don't fully understand, but I do wholeheartedly appreciate. Night in the Woods is just one of those games that has to be played to be fully understood. It's packed full of raw emotion, beautiful sights, and every ounce of fall that you could possibly cram into a video game. I'm not much of a spooky game enjoyer, but every fall season I try out one. This year that game happened to be Dead Space, and I'm starting to do something that's surprising me. I'm enjoying it. The Dead Space remake has both worked as a bit of nostalgia and a fix for the scary. From the act of walking up to save stations and manually saving to moments where the game just uses cheap jump scares to lazily regain your attention. Bah!
Did I get ya?
All of it works to make me feel those PS2 goosebumps from back in the day, but all of that would be for naught if the game wasn't so good. The blood-pumping intensity caused by each interaction as you try to navigate your enemy strategically to save ammo and also to cut them to pieces is a difficult balancing act, which has reintroduced me to the survival horror genre in a way I desperately needed. Being in space and feeling lost with this weird cult of evil aliens as you search for your wife is a story that has me interested in every turn, every twist as you uncover what happened to the crew and try to escape this hellish nightmare. I have fallen in love with the feeling of just barely scraping by as the game gets me even deeper into the spooky season.
But while Dead Space might have been tough and epic,
I'm just a little guy, and I need to feel warm inside.
Every fall for me contains a low-stakes game, one which may take 2 or 3 hours to play through in its entirety and immerses me within the season. This year, that game was a short hike. I pulled it out on my Switch and sat on my deck, coffee in hand, experiencing the wonderful vibes of the quaint island village as I glided down from its pixelated mountain. The brisk smoke-filled air filling my nose as trails of fire puffed into the sky. The vibes of this game are immaculate and pair well with the season. While the game might be set in summer, its aesthetic is ad-lib and can be translated to any time of the year, especially with the snowy mountain peaks. Its quaint town of people are all a joy to meet as you help them with their silly little side quests. There is no pressure pushing you up, but as you meander, there is a feeling of accomplishment and excitement for each new discovery. The silly villagers, the retro aesthetic, and the relaxed pace all congeal into what is the most cozy experience in all of video games. Ultimately, a short hike is a low-stakes game about the simple act of going outside and enjoying a little trek, and it instills within me a calm joy that I carry throughout the season. Those were the games that I'm playing this fall, and they've worked to give me my fix for the aesthetic of the season, the spookiness of the season, and the calmness of the season. But what are you playing? Do you have one for each category, or are you just playing Fortnite because you bought a silly dance?
I can't stop. I spent $20 on this dance.
Regardless, remember that this season is short, and it's bookended by summer, which is so hot and terrible, and winter, which is so cold and terrible, so enjoy every minute of it. of it. Go on longer walks, sit on your porch and sip coffee, and ultimately, and most importantly, play a good video game. Bye-bye now.